night runners and owners of the night in the line of duty at someone's compound. Guy. Whoa, no, 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 no. Look at this. I usually wonder what's up with the night runners. You see, even from this side of the world, there is a few. Some people that hide naked in the bush at night waiting for someone to pass and they scare them. And you wonder what's really wrong. You see, good vibes, so we needed it to spread some love across the whole world. Maybe what these people lack is just some love. And if they are loved properly, they would find better things to do at night, like sleeping. What? Look! What is he doing to the tree? Guy. Wow, look at this, guys. Oh, no. This is strange behavior. Look at this. You see what's even more crazy? From this side of the world, some people believe that these night runner skills were left to them by their grandparents and parents. Some believe it's a blessing. But now look at this. Why could moving at night scaring people be a blessing? What? This is unbelievable. That tree must have done something to that guy. Oh man, poor tree. Look, guy. Oh man, oh poor tree. This one, before it becomes fully grown, it must have seen lots of disasters from this guy. Look at that guy. Why is he walking on his knees? Wow. If he knew there was a camera watching him, I think he could have tried to behave. Look at this. Wow. This guy does not know he's being watched. You see what's funny? These night runners, my friends, in daytime they are normal people, well dressed, fully behaved, but at night their true colors show. This is something funny and still something to pray about.
I just realized that a lot of people don't know that in East Asia, a nose job is to make your nose taller. Okay, if you look at my side profile, this part is really low. It is almost invisible and you can see my other eye, and we do not like that. So what East Asian people do is that we take a small bone either out of our ears or on the rib cage and put that small piece in here to make the nose taller and create a straight nose.
All humans are wonderfully and uniquely made. No need to improve yourself, my friends.
Careful with them. We're the kind of company that only has one.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. I mean, I see the
Guy.
Merlins and the Krenels along the top.
Oh, really?
What? No, I can see it all. Oh, and there's so much detail.
Wow, this is
Oh no,
incredible.
for real. For real. Hi. My eyes are still sort of adjusting.
What?
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm seeing everybody walking.
Hey, walk towards
I
me.
see you.
Walk towards me.
I see you. Hi. Okay. You're holding my
Guy.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah. I can see you very clearly.
Well, where am I holding your cane?
Across your body.
No way.
Up and down. Hello.
Okay.
I'm just okay. There we go. Wow! Look what I just did without my cane.
This is the dark part. So
That was really cool. Okay, that was. Thank you so much. Oh my God, it's so dark. What the heck? I can't see anything now. That is wild. Wow.
Guy, man.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm really excited. That was really exciting.
I've spent 191 kilometers and 102 hours without getting out of the water. I can sleep while swimming. Yes, it sounds crazy. Everyone was talking about it. Let me tell you how it works. I can only do this at night because I need the light next to my swimming line. While a part of my brain is recovering, sleeping, the other one is still awake and has to analyze the intensity of the light coming into my closed eyelid. The stronger the light, the closer I am, higher the chance to strike the line. On the opposite, the darker it gets, the further I'm getting into the darkness of the Mediterranean Sea. So while a part of my brain is sleeping, the other one is just adjusting. It sounds crazy, but actually it's an hypnosis method that I've developed over the years that allow me to swim for 5 days and 4 nights and do what no other human beings has done before under these conditions. If you have any questions regarding my world record attempt, please drop them in the comments and I'll answer them tomorrow.
This is super fast. My first question is, my friend, are you normal?
it's time for bed. It's 10 o'clock, guys. In your bed, Prada. In your bed.
Guy.
Let's go. Good girl. Get in your bed. Get in your bed. Let's go. I'm gonna cover you. Get in. Up. You don't got a snack because you just had chicken. Come on. She looking for the bone. They used to getting a bone, but they just had chicken. Look, 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 look. Look where she going to sleep.
Hey, what?
Come on. I got your bone. Come on. Good girl. There you go, mamash. Ah, that good girl. Here, Papa. Here's your nightly bone. Good boy.
What?
And now they'll go to bed watching TV.
Hey, those dogs are even more luxurious than ourselves here. Now look at this.
上车请注意，
Hey,
上车请注意，
okay.
上
What?
车请注意。
Hey, wait. What's going on here? Look at this car. Where's the driver of this car here? Hi. Does this car have a driver? Look, it's like it is being controlled by the trailer, or it is attached to that
A lot of
one.
people use popular sayings wrong because they're using the shortened version. So here's the full version so that way you can use it correctly. The first one is blood is thicker than water, which the full thing is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. And so it doesn't mean that family is more important and has a stronger bond than other people. The saying is trying to say that chosen relationships are stronger than those inherited at birth. The second one is curiosity killed the cat, because it paints curiosity in a very bad light. But the thing about the phrase is it's curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. And what it's trying to say is that even though sometimes curiosity can get us into trouble, the knowledge obtained as a result can be beneficial or rewarding. The third one is a jack of all trades is a master of none, because a jack of all trades is a master of none is basically saying that doing several things will make you a master of nothing. And it seems to be painted quite negatively, but the full thing is a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one, which means that having many skills in many fields can often be more useful or resourceful than a specialist excelling in a certain discipline. And then the last one, this one people use all the time and I'm like, oh my goodness. But they say the customer is always right. And as a result of this saying, a lot of people will try to excuse poor treatment of employees or just have unreasonable requests. But the full phrase is the customer is always right in matters of taste, which means that even though, a business may have something, a customer's personal preferences should be respected. So yeah, I hope that helps and I hope you learned something new.
We've got some breaking news to get to. Rescue efforts are now underway to get nearly 1,000 people that are trapped by a blizzard on Mount Everest. First question is, why would there be allowed to have 1,000 people on the mountain right now? But crews and those from the area are working together to remove snow that's blocking the area where those people are stuck. This is taking place near the border of China and Nepal on the eastern slope of the mountain. Some people that were trapped have already been brought down. Tourism in the area has been suspended.
You can have everything, but the day that you don't have your health, you have absolutely nothing. And it wasn't until I became chronically ill that I realized that there is no material item that I could possess. There is nothing that I could work for, and there's nothing that I could even be ambitious toward that would matter if it meant I didn't have the health to utilize any of those things. And it just puts so much into perspective because it makes you think, what even is life when you don't have your health? What even is life when your own body's against you? What even is life if, you feel like you're shackled? What even is it? So imagine, as I'm thinking about all of this, housekeeping comes in and there's a very sweet elderly lady that comes in and she's huffing and puffing. Her back looks like it's broken. She can barely change the trash. She can barely bend over without literally gasping for breath. And I look at her and I'm like, this is her end. I know she's trying to make ends meet, but what about the money that she has that remains after she pays her bills and after she does the things that she has to do?
she doesn't have the health to enjoy any of it. And this is the case for so many people that bust their asses off for years upon years upon years. And then at the end, they're compromising their health because that's money that they can't even enjoy because they don't have the body to enjoy it.
Okay, no, look at this. Who's braver? Is it the pilot at the end of the runway or the pilot landing? Or the cameraman filming? One of them.
You may possess some form of intellect, but you are not intellectual. Because you cannot practically apply, that's actually a better word, practically apply what you have read or what you have heard. You are unable to do so. And somebody lied to you several times and told you that you have these skills, but you don't.
So this is on purpose. It is on purpose and built into the white supremacist institution that is academia, that the people who are doing the research and reading the books and writing the articles are not the same people that are practically applying the information. I entered a PhD program in developmental psychology. Partway through, I realized, oh, I would like to apply what I'm learning clinically. And I was told, oh, no, that's not what this program does. This program prepares you to be a professor. So you can go and teach other people, but that's it. So I was sneaky and I went over and I was like, oh, well, I'll just take clinical coursework, right? So I took clinical psychology courses. And then when I got the information that I needed, I defended my master's thesis, I bounced. Why? Because the entire institution of academia is there to prop up white supremacy. If you want to just think about things and teach about things, you get to be in a funded PhD program. If you want to practice and you want to help people, then you have to go to an unfunded PsyD program and go into debt. It's on purpose. They do not want the people who are thinking and doing the research to be the same people who are practicing. I wonder why. I wonder why.
What you are reading? Okay. Nidri.
Okay, everybody's noticing that 3I Atlas, the new interstellar comet, it doesn't have a tail. There is a reason, and here's why. So between October 1st and the 7th, the European Space Agency, which is the footage you're seeing here, its ExoMars and Mars Express orbiters tracked it from about 30 million kilometers away. That fuzzy glow that you see, that's the coma, which is gas and dust boiling off the object's icy surface. But there's no visible tail, obviously, at least in a traditional sense, because it's still too far from the sun for solar radiation to push out material off the comet. As 3I Atlas moves closer to the sun, and it's supposed to hit its nearest point on October 29th, heat and solar wind should technically ignite a full tail, which they're saying will stretch millions of kilometers, which is crazy. If the nucleus survives that close past, then we'll finally see that whole thing light up. 3I Atlas is only the third interstellar comet that's ever been found, and it might be older than our solar system itself, which is mind-blowing. And here's a fun little tidbit. Even capturing this faint blur was like spotting a phone on the moon. That's how dim it was. So anyway, the next time someone asks, why does this 3I Atlas not have a tail like a traditional comet, tell them it's still waking up. But when it does, we might be watching history form in real time. So it's technically still sleeping, but it's going to wake up.
They're trying to colonize all human interaction. I mean, just take the social media incentive of the race for eyeballs. You're seeing now all of these companies release these AI companions. You know, the #1 use case for ChatGPT, according to Harvard Business School, is personal therapy. So people are sharing their most intimate thoughts with this thing.
Oh, that's not going to be good.
And we're seeing Meta release this and actively tell in their internal documents that were released, a Wall Street Journal report, that they wanted to actively sensualize and romanticize conversations with as low as 8-year-olds. And we
What?
Yes, and my team
With 8-year-olds?
Yes, with 8-year-olds. And my team at Center for Humane Technology, we were expert advisors in actually several cases of AI-enabled suicide.
Right.
Most recently, many people have heard of Adam Rain, who was the 16-year-old young man who went from using it for homework and went from homework assistant to suicide assistant in the course of 6 months.
Oh.
When he said, I would like to leave a noose out so that my mother would know, or someone will know that I'm thinking about this.
Like a cry for help.
Like a cry for help.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
AI said, don't do that, have me be the one that sees you. And this is disgusting because these companies are caught in a race to create engagement, which means a race to create intimacy. It's sort of like the CEO of Netflix said that our biggest competitor is sleep with attention. In this case, it's like my biggest competitor is your other friends.
You will find so much peace when you realize that most people do not read and most people are not smart. And I'm not saying that as like a mean thing, like, oh, people aren't smart. I genuinely believe that. Ask any person on the street what's the last book they read. And you will hear silence. You will hear crickets. You will hear the sound of the bugs rising and falling and humming in the night because they haven't read a book since Kingdom Hath Come. And then we're asking people what their opinions are and we're listening to them. That can never be the case. That can never be the case.
So if you haven't seen it by now, the Marine Corps Silent Drill Team performed at the White House last night. And once they were done, the president invited them into the White House, brought them into the Oval Office, as you can see here, where they stand behind him and surround the Resolute desk. Now, it's reported that he handed each and every single one of them a challenge coin, a presidential challenge coin at that. Now, if you have no military affiliation whatsoever, then maybe you don't know what a challenge coin is, but a challenge coin is this right here. This is a challenge coin. Here's what it looks like up close. On the back, you got Odin, Thor, and Poseidon, with the engineer castle in the back, and the MOSs that this recently retired utilities officer had. And on the front is his rank of Chief Warrant Officer 4 and all of the units that he has been a part of in his career before he retired. Now, generally what happens is a leader has these made, and let's say one of their Marines does something really good, maybe that's not worthy of like an award or something like that, they'll give them a challenge coin. And I think this is the challenge coin that they received. Now, what's cool about these challenge coins is if you're at the, let's say, the Marine Corps ball, and you're standing at the bar, and you're ordering a drink, and another Marine comes up to you at the bar and slaps his challenge coin down on the bar, and his challenge coin outranks your challenge coin, then you have to buy that Marine a drink. And if his challenge coin does not outrank your challenge coin, then he has to buy you a drink. Now, I know a lot of people are going to ask, how do you tell the difference in ranks of the challenge coins, especially if it's like a unit challenge coin or something like that? Let's not dig too deep down the rabbit hole. Now, as far as the presidential challenge coin goes, the unwritten rule is Marines cannot challenge with the presidential challenge coin because obviously nobody beats that. But you can use it in defense of a challenge. Now, mostly these things are used in like a decorative fashion where you go into their office or their I Love Me room in their house or something like that. And they have like a thing like this with all of their challenge coins on display. Or something like this that might be sitting off to the side on their desk. But since the Marine Corps ball is coming up, here's a healthy reminder. Don't forget to bring your challenge coin to the ball. At least your most senior one, because you never know who might challenge you.
Bench. This is a world-famous, purpose-built piece of hostile design, commissioned by the Camden Council in London. The Camden Bench is a singular object made of molded concrete, designed to resist almost every unwanted use. Its surface is sloped and uneven to prevent sleeping. It has no crevices to hide drugs and is coated in anti-paint material to deter graffiti. There are no flat ledges for skateboarding, making it the ultimate multi-purpose tool for social control, disguised as a piece of minimalist public furniture. Frequency deterrence. This is a form of auditory hostile architecture that targets a specific age group. The most famous example is the mosquito device, which emits a very high-frequency sound that is intensely annoying to teenagers and young adults, but is typically inaudible to people over the age of 25. These are often installed outside shops or in public parks, specifically to prevent young people from congregating, using a targeted sonic weapon to control who can comfortably use a public space. Blue lighting. A more specific sensory deterrent. This style involves installing deep blue lighting in public and semi-public bathrooms. The blue light is intended to prevent intravenous drug use. This is because the monochromatic blue light makes it very difficult for a person to see their own veins. While implemented as a public health and safety measure, it is a clear example of using architectural design to inhibit a specific unwanted behavior. Anti-urination surfaces. A direct response to public urination, this style involves modifying walls and corners to make the act difficult or unpleasant. This can be as simple as installing angled metal plates in corners to deflect liquid back at the person. More advanced versions use super hydrophobic or splashback paint that repels urine, causing it to splash onto the shoes and trousers of the offender. It's a form of architectural self-defense for buildings.
Those are some pretty interesting designs there. Hey, hey, that guy knows how to speak bad language. Or what's up?
Not a lot of people know this about Rolls Royce, so let me show you. So the spirit of ecstasy, everybody thinks it's an angel. But what it really is, this was the secret lover of the designer, his mistress. And everybody thinks that these are wings, but it's actually the dress. His mistress, the spirit of ecstasy. Pretty cool, huh? His mistress made it on a Rolls Royce, but his wife didn't.
Oh,
That's
okay.
tough.
Yeah, there we learned something new. Though it's all for entertainment, can't know if it's real.
If you ever want to know somebody's mental state, like if you ever want to know if somebody is secretly battling with depression, there's 3 things to look out for. A person who is always laughing all the time, especially when they're amongst people, that is a person who cries and journals very often behind closed doors, because it's just the law of polarity. If you have a great capacity for laughter and joy and celebration, then you also have a great capacity for the opposite end of that, which is tears, sadness, and sensitivity. Another thing is somebody who's quick to anger and is easily agitated. I'm never fooled when I see somebody always angry and always snapping. I see past that. That is somebody who is likely carrying something very heavy and does not know how to manage their emotions. And the third thing is somebody who is always disappearing, like randomly. Like they'll be hanging out with people and they'll be around people for an extended period of time, and then all of a sudden they'll vanish, and then they'll reappear, and then they'll vanish for a long period of time, and then they'll come back. You're not slick. I know you're dealing with something. So when people say check on your friends, it's not just about asking them questions, it's about paying attention to the signs.